Hello, my friends, and welcome back to my channel. It's always a pleasure to be here with you. My name is Essie Daniel. Thank you so much for creating the time to be here. If you are someone who wants to grow in leadership, grow in discipline, grow in confidence, grow in relationships, and become a better version of yourself, then today's message is going to bless you. Because today I am teaching from one of the most powerful in personal development and leadership books of all time, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen R. Covey. And I want you to stay with me until the end, because I am not just going to summarize the habits, but I'm going to help you understand how to apply them in real life, in relationships, in business, in marriage, in parenting, even in your own personal growth. So let's get into it. So at Leaders Connect, we believe this strongly, that leadership is influence, and influence begins with how you lead yourself. We're going to start by looking at the paradigms and the principles. You know, the very first time I looked at this book, I saw a picture of a lady, and at the same time I saw a picture of a young girl, and I wondered, why are we going with this? It's a very powerful book. And so your life will never change until you change your thinking. He calls it a paradigm shift. A paradigm is simply the way you see the world, the way you interpret situations, the way you think, the way you respond. And Covey says something powerful. Effectiveness is not about tricks or hacks. Effectiveness is all about principles. What does that mean? If you build your life on strong principles, you will win consistently. You will win over and over again. And he introduces the big idea of the book, Inside Out. Not outside in, but inside out. Many people try to change their lives by changing their environment first. And they say something like, when I get a better job, I'll be disciplined. When I get married, I'll be happy. When I get money, I'll be confident. What other reasons can you think of? Put it down in the chat for me. When people treat me better, I'll be better. But Covey teaches that true growth happens from inside out. You don't become effective because life becomes easy, but you become effective because you become stronger. And that is so powerful. So the book is divided in 4 stages. There's the private victory, the public victory, and the reward. Let's break it down. We're going to start with the private victory. We look at habits 1 to 3. Private victory means that before you lead people, you must first lead yourself. Before you manage others, you must first manage yourself. Before you build a team, you must first build your character. And this is where effectiveness happens. How about habit 1, proactiveness? Covey says that effective people are proactive. They are not reactive. And let me make it very simple. Reactive people live like this. People make me angry. Circumstances control me. My mood depends on what happened. I can't help it. That's just how I am. But proactive people live like this. I choose my responses. I control my attitude. I take responsibility. I act based on values and not emotions. See, proactive people understand something powerful. You may not control what happens to you, but you can control how you respond. And that is one of the greatest leadership principles or lessons ever. Because leaders don't wait for motivation. Leaders wait don't wait for perfect conditions. Leaders don't wait for approval. Leaders move first. Leaders see first before even things happen. And let me ask you, are you reacting to your life or are you leading your life? Because your future is not created on what happens to you, but your future is created on what you choose consistently. So today, I want to encourage you and challenge you to choose proactivity, choose responsibility. Even your language matters. Instead of saying, I have to. Yeah, we all say that. We all say, I have to. You can say, I choose to, or I get to do this. And that is leadership. Ladies and gentlemen, that is real leadership. And so let's look at habit number 2, beginning with the end in mind. Beginning with the end in mind. This habit is about vision. It's about vision casting, and Covey teaches that everything is created twice. You see, the chair that you're seated on, it is created twice. It was first created in the mental, and then secondly, in the physical. What does that mean? You build it in your mind first before you build it in your life. And so, if you don't know where you are going, you will end up everywhere. So, habit 2 is asking you, what do you want your life to stand for? What do you want your marriage to look like? What do you want your business to become? What do you want your legacy to be? What do you want to be known for long after you've to be remembered for long after you've exited? And one of the most powerful exercises that Covey gives in this book is imagine a funeral or your funeral. I know that sounds deep, but please listen. When he says, imagine people speaking about you, what would you want them to say? What would you want them to remember you for? She was healthy but absent, wealthy but absent. He was successful but mean. She was busy but empty. Or would you want them to say something like, oh, she loved well. He led with integrity. She served others. He built people. You see, this habit forces you to live life with intentionality because many people are busy, but they are not purposeful. So today, I want you to write your end in mind. Fast forward, go all the way to the end, and then write your personal mission. Write your values. Write what matters, and then live towards it. Beginning with the end in mind. Okay, looking at habit 3, put first things first. Put first things first. Now, this is where most people struggle because many people know what they want, but they don't do what it takes. You see, habit 3 talks about personal management. It talks about discipline. It talks about priorities. It talks about execution. And Steve Covey introduces the idea of time management using quadrants. I really, really love this book. And I want to simplify it for you all. Let's look at quadrant 1. Quadrant 1, we have the urgent and important. This includes crisis, deadlines, and emergencies. And then we have quadrant 2, not urgent but important. Planning, growth, health, relationships, things like learning and preparation. And then we have quadrant 3, urgent but not important. We've got interruptions here, unnecessary calls, distractions, emails, you name it, social media. And then we have quadrant 4, not urgent and not important. We've got time wasting, scrolling, laziness, meaningless activity. Listen to me carefully. Highly effective people live in quadrant 2. They don't wait for crisis to pray to God. They don't wait for sickness to exercise. They don't wait for divorce to love their spouse. They don't wait for failure to learn. They plan, prepare, and build. Those three things. And that is what true leaders do. And so I encourage you, I really, really encourage you to reflect on this question. What are the important things that you keep postponing in your life? What are those important things? Because the truth is, your life is shaped by what you consistently put first. And yes, sometimes we all have emergencies. But if you keep living in quadrant one, you will burn out. You cannot be a firefighter all your life. Take time to plan. We are in the beginning of 2026. Take time to plan. Start scheduling your priorities, not prioritizing your schedule. And that's how effectiveness is built. So take this time in January 2026 and plan. Let's look at public victory. We're going to look at habits 4 to 6. Now we move from personal success to relationship success. You see, Steve Covey teaches something very, very important here. And this is private victory that comes before public victory. I'll say that again. Private victory comes before public victory. What does that mean? If you can't keep promises to yourself, you will struggle to keep promises for others. If you don't have self-control, you will struggle to build trust. If you don't manage your emotions, you will damage relationships. Now, let's talk about public victory. It's habit number 4. Always think win-win. This is a mindset habit. Win-win means I can win and you can win too. It's not a competition, it's a collaboration. It's not jealousy, it's partnership. It's not I must win and you must lose. No, it's a win-win. It's let's both rise. And this is a major leadership principle. A lot of times we always think of me, my team. But it's supposed to be a win-win. Because leadership or leaders don't lead through domination. They lead through value creation. And think win-win in your marriage, think win-win in your team, think win-win in your friendship, in your business deals. Think win-win. What is good for me? What is good for my client? It doesn't mean you will allow nonsense. It means you will seek what we call mutual benefit. Because relationships grow when both people feel respected. Looking at lesson or habit number 5, seek first to be understood, then to understand. Seek first to understand and to be understood. And let me tell you something. Most people don't listen to understand. They listen to respond. They are already preparing their comeback. They are already planning what to say next. They are not listening to you. They are already defending themselves. But effective people, they listen deeply. They listen with empathy. And they ask, help me understand. Tell me more. What do you mean with that statement? How did that make you feel? See, these are questions about the other person. And when you master this habit, your relationships will change. Your leadership will change. Your parenting will change. Your marriage will change. Your business negotiations will also change. Why? Because people don't just want solutions. They want to feel seen. They want to feel heard. They want to feel valued. They want to feel cared for. And so today, I want to encourage all of you to practice listening. Not just hearing, but actually listening. Moving on. Habit number 6 is synergize. Synergize is teamwork at the highest level. What does it mean? It means together we create something better than what we could create alone. Synergy is not sameness. It is strength in difference. And I want to say that again. Synergy is strength in difference. In synergy, we don't fear different opinions. We don't fear diversity. We don't fear different gifts. If anything, we value them. We want every person that's different from us, because when we have the right people and the right people come together with respect and humility, ideas multiply. So synergy is when your strength covers my weakness. My strength covers your weakness. And together we all win. And this is why great teams are unstoppable. So if you're leading a team, please take a listen. Don't just manage people. Create an environment where people can contribute freely. And ladies and gentlemen, that is synergy. Don't be threatened by other people's strength, because their weakness is your strength and your strength is their weakness. Moving on to habit number 7, renewal. And this is where now Covey ends with one of my favorite habits. Because this habit keeps you from burnout. I just talked about burnout in the previous chapter, in previous video. This habit will keep you sharp. So what is this habit? Habit number 7 is sharpen the soul. This habit means renew yourself continuously. Steve Covey teaches that we renew ourselves in 4 areas. And I've done a video of this in one of my YouTube videos. And I want to say it very, very clearly. If you keep cutting wood with a blunt saw, you will work harder and get less results. But if you sharpen the saw, you work smarter. So sharpen your saw physically. So number 1 is physically. Exercise, rest, eat well, sleep enough hours, take care of your body. Sharpen your soul mentally. That's number 2. You want to read, learn, study, develop your skills, and grow your thinking. Very, very crucial. Number 3, sharpen your soul socially and emotionally. Build relationships with people. Learn how to forgive and release people. Learn how to communicate. How about heal? Take time to heal and love people well. And then finally, sharpen your soul spiritually. Pray, reflect, worship, stay grounded, stay connected to your Creator, stay connected to God. Because if you are successful but you're empty, that is not success. So renewal is not optional. Renewal is true leadership. So, inside out again. And the book ends by bringing us back to the main message. Because the world is constantly trying to shape you from the outside, but your effectiveness, true effectiveness will come from the inside. And this includes your habits, your discipline, your values, your character, and your mindset. So let me give you a very quick summary in one sentence. The 7 habits teach you to lead yourself first, and then lead others well, and continue to renew yourself continuously. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the formula. That is the formula. So let's take a quick recap of what we've talked. Habit 1, be proactive, take responsibility. Don't be a firefighter all your life, always putting fires out. Relax a bit. Habit number 2, begin with the end in mind. Live with vision. Habit number 3, put Put fast things first. Prioritize what truly matters. Number 4, think win-win. Seek mutual benefit. Let everybody win. Habit number 5, seek first to understand, then to be understood. Listen with empathy from your heart. Lesson number 6, synergy. Win with teamwork. Lesson number 7, sharpen the soul. Renew yourself constantly. As we come to the end of our time together, let me now speak to you directly. If you apply these habits, your life will change. It won't be overnight, it won't be an overnight change, but over time, your life will transform. Why? Because habits are not built in one day. Rome was not built in one day. Habits are built through repetition and consistency. And effectiveness is not an event. Effectiveness is a lifestyle. And so I have a challenge for you. Don't try all 7 at once. Start with 1. Pick 1 and run with it. Pick the habits that you need the most and practice it for the next 7 days. I think that's fair enough. 7 days, just 7 days. So if this message has helped you, please do me a favor. Like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you want more leadership teachings, practical tools, and personal development content that will transform your life from the inside out, follow us right here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Leaders Connect. We are committed to equipping leaders who lead with excellence, integrity, and purpose. Thank you so much for watching. I love and appreciate you. Essie Daniel here. Until next time, have a great week. Bye-bye for now.